Hey, what's happening, people? Welcome to another episode of Messages in the Madness with yours truly, Vernon Longhorn Davis. God bless y'all for being here. Appreciate y'all being here. Thank you very much. Hey, baby sis, good to see you. She said, let's get this message and get motivated so we can, in turn, motivate each other. I know that's right. Hey, cousin Barbara, good to see you. Mr. Net, how you doing, Mr. Net? Yeah, how you doing? And Miss Marion, hey, how you doing? Glad to see you as well. Thank y'all very much for stopping in, popping in, hanging out with me. I don't know if you guys are seeing me. Um, Brother James said he got house guests. Okay, I ain't mad at you, man. So he got house guests. He'll catch up with us later. So, Miss Coley, if she popped in yet? If she has not, I guess I need to put up the message for the night so that she'll know what it is. Let's see. So, hope you guys had a great, fabulous, wonderful week. I've been traveling as usual, so glad to be home. Always glad to be home. Hey, brother Buzz, good to see you, man. Beautiful picture. You and Dion took. Yes, that was a beautiful, beautiful picture. Let's see. Baby sis says, "I see you and the cows in the background. Those are longhorns, specifically longhorns." Um, Yeah, it is working. Brother Roger, good to see you. You and Jason, thank y'all for stopping by. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. So I want to type into the comments here. Tonight's message is stop kicking your own ass. That is the topic tonight for our message. And yep, I got it in there. Okay, cool. Can't post it to some channels. Okay, that's fine. But that's the message tonight. But do me a favor, y'all. If you like the message tonight, share the message. Brother Jerry, good to see you, cousin Jerry. Hey, Miss Charlotte, it's always great to see you as well. But always, do me a favor, share the message, okay? He says, Buzz says, my dogs beat down on them horns. Yeah, that did happen. We not even gonna talk about that, but yeah, that did happen. Yes, sir. So you see, Barbara says she sees me and hears me loud and clear. That's a wonderful thing. So again, y'all, thank y'all for popping in, stopping in, and good evening, everybody. Welcome to Messages in the Madness. I'm your host, Vernon Longhorn Davis, and tonight we're gonna dive deep into a topic that hits home for so many of us. It really does. The title says it all. Stop kicking your own ass. Yeah. Stop kicking your own ass. That's yeah. I know I don't normally use three or four letter words like that, but I couldn't put it any other kind of way. Life has life has enough challenges as it is without us adding to our own pain. Yet, how many of us are walking around with scars we're inflicted with, and we're inflicting on ourselves? Regrets, grudges, mistakes, all of that we just can't seem to let go of. We hold on to grudges. We hold on to regrets. We make mistakes that we just can't forgive ourselves for. And it's hard. It really is hard for us to forgive ourselves, to stop kicking our own ass about it. And we just can't let them go. Um, yeah. Now I had a great friend of mine that says they regretted nothing. And I love that so much in them. Um, you're right, Buzz. Buzz says I think the flip side is relevant as well. Motivate your lazy ass. And I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna get back to my message. I'm lazy, guys, and sometimes I have to physically say to myself, "Stop being lazy, get up and get moving." But that was something I got from my mother because my mother would just say it to me. She'd ask me to do something, and if I didn't move too fast, that's exactly what she would say: "Get off your lazy ass and get it done." And that's what I would have. That's what I have to tell me now. And you're right, Mary. She says, "Speak it. It is what it is," and you're right. It is. But tonight we're talking about the power of forgiveness. Yes, the power of forgiveness of others. Yes, And more importantly, yourself. You got to forgive yourself. Yeah, Emery said, let go and let God. That's true too. But sometimes it's really hard to let go and let God. It really is because sometimes we're like, God ain't moving fast enough. I need this. I need this to happen right now. And it's not easy. It's really not easy for anybody. So let me tell you something about me. For a few years ago, a few years ago, I ran for years. I carried around this huge weight on my back. I beat myself up daily about decisions I'd made, opportunities I'd missed, and even things I'd said to people that I know, I know they were harmful. I know they hurt. I know I hurt them, and I felt bad about it. So one day I put a post out on Facebook saying I apologize for all those who I had crossed, and I prayed about it and I let it go. But I that little quick hit, that little quick apology from the heart lifted the world off my shoulders. But see, I had to replay those moments in my head and like a bad mixtape, reliving those things hurt. They hurt like they did when I did them. It did. It really did. And every time I'd press play, I felt worse. It's like I was my own worst enemy. No one was harder on me than me. And the worst part, that kind of self punishment doesn't lead to growth. It keeps you stuck. And I was stuck. I clearly was stuck. So you guys are talking to me tonight. Let's see what it says. Buzz says, I try, I fail, I forgive myself. I don't even make an effort. I hate myself. I'm not going to encourage you to hate yourself, Buzz. I'm never going to do that. I'm going to encourage you to try, fail, and then try again. That's what I'm going to encourage you to do. Brother Jerry says, never put so much pressure on yourself that you get crushed by your own weight. True enough. But sometimes we don't know we're putting that much weight on ourselves. We don't know that we're crushing ourselves. Like the adage I've used time and time again, it's the frog in the pot on the stove in the water. The heat just keeps getting turned up, and the frog is comfortable, and the frog will not move. And before you know, you got frog soup. But it will keep you stuck. I remember one day my wife, God bless her, looked at me and said, if you treated me the way you treated yourself, I'd leave you. Straight out. That hit me like a ton of bricks. She was right. I wouldn't talk to anyone else the way I talk to myself. So why was I doing it to me? Why was it okay for me to do this to me when I wouldn't do it to anybody else? And that's fact. I would not. I know I'm kind of a nice guy. At least I like to think I am. But I had to listen to my self-talk, how I talk to me. And sometimes I talk to me out loud. And it wasn't good. It wasn't pleasant. It just wasn't. So, baby sis, DC Fluffy says, I can't imagine you don't doing anything to hurt anyone, intentionally or not. You're a bona fide sweetheart. Thank you, baby sis. Baby sis, your brother has done some dark things. I own them. I do. I own them. Anna, good to see you, Miss Anna. She said, yes, sir. I remember, well, no, I'm not going to tell this story. So here's the problem. Here's the thing. We all make mistakes. We do. Every single one of us, we make mistakes. We're not perfect. We don't walk on water. We don't turn water to wine. We don't feed a multitude with fish and bread. We don't. We're not perfect. We all make mistakes. Admit it, own it, keep it moving. Every single one of us. But somewhere along the way, society, or maybe just our own insecurities, convicts us and convinces us that we need to be perfect. And when we're not, we punish ourselves. We beat the crap out of ourselves. We are kicking our own ass. Why? Don't know. It might look like staying in a toxic relationship, but we're not perfect. And we're not convinced that it's not all right to punish ourselves, because we do. We punish ourselves for not being perfect, for making mistakes, and not forgiving ourselves or forgiving other people. Like I said, it might look like staying in a toxic relationship because we think we deserve it. I know I did. I thought I deserved to kick my own ass because of my mistakes that I couldn't own up to. There have been times when I have sabotaged my own career, my own success. There are times when I have just plain hated myself for past choices. And I know I'm not the only one. I know I'm not the only one. So Buzz says, why aren't you stating that truth in every event you are involved in? She is gold. Yeah, she is gold. Baby sis says, anything I may have done to hurt anyone, I usually apologize then or when I realize I hurt them and move on. I stopped dwelling on things like that a long time ago. Good for you. That is a great way to be. Don't carry the baggage. Don't carry the baggage. But let's not forget the blame we put on others. Oh, we love to hold grudges. Yes, we do, don't we? You know we do. But when you refuse to forgive someone else, it's like drinking poison and expecting them to die. How does that work? Yeah, I drink the poison, you die. Yeah, not going to happen. Unforgiveness, whether directed at yourself or others, doesn't hurt them. Only person that hurts is you, the one walking around with the hot rock in your pocket, waiting to throw it at somebody. You, the one drinking the poison and thinking it's going to hurt them. It's not. You got to let it go. You got to forgive and move on. So, how do we stop? How do we quit kicking our own ass? For me, it started with this realization: I'm not perfect, but I'm worthy. I'm not perfect, but I am worthy. And if you have gratitude, your gratitude diary journal nearby, write that at the top of a page. I'm not perfect, but I'm worthy. And that's a powerful statement. And I hope the people that have put down their phones and just listening to me as they do whatever they do, I hope you heard me when I said this. You're not perfect, but you're worthy. You are worthy. Forgiveness isn't about saying what I did was okay, or whether they did or whatever they did was okay. That's not what that's about. It's about saying, I refuse to let this control me anymore. I refuse to let it take up space in my life anymore. I need to forgive me so I can move forward. I need to forgive them so I can move forward. And I can stop kicking my own ass. It is. It isn't about saying what I did was okay or what they did was okay. is saying that I refuse to let this control me anymore. You can't change the past, but you can absolutely change how you carry it. You can control how you carry it forward. So Buzz says, but if you are acknowledgeable of their downfalls, then you got to take care of yourself. That feels good. And it does. Brother Ryan, good to see you. I hope them beautiful babies are well. You and the wife. He says, Vernon, hope you are doing well. Merry Christmas to you and your family, and Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to you and yours too, man. But let's break this down. Here's how we make ourselves better. Here's how we forgive ourselves and move forward. One, we acknowledge it. Acknowledge it. You can't forgive what you won't face. Be honest with yourself about what's weighing on you. Is it a mistake you made or hurt someone else caused? You name it. But you got to acknowledge it. You got to put a name on it. You got to identify it. You can't defeat something that you cannot identify. It's that simple. You got to acknowledge it. Buzz says, but isn't it enough that the OGs of comedy all have great respect for you? Then really what would be worth being respected? Wow. Huh. He said, then really what would be worth being respected? That is deep. I may have to do a show about that one, Buzz. But let me get you back to this part. Own your part. This is the number 2 in figuring out how to stop kicking your own ass. If it's something you did, take responsibility. Stand up and sit down or whatever you got to do and say it. I made the mistake. I own it. If it means asking for an apology, ask for the apology. Make the apology. Do whatever you got to do to make it right. But you got to own it. You got to say, I did it. This is my phrase. I did it. I apologize. I did it. I apologize. And I own it. And don't back from that. Don't back down from that. Yeah. Apologize if you need to, even if it's just to yourself. Yeah, you can apologize to yourself. Thank you, Buzz. Buzz said you rich, brother. Okay, thank you, bro. Hey, Annette, good to see you. Good evening. Sorry I missed tonight. I own my own mistakes. Wonderful. I'm glad you could stand up and say that. Full, as they say, full throated, full chest. Number 3 is releasing. This is the hard part. You've got to let it go. You got to be like Teddy Pendergrass. I think I gotta let it go. Let it go. Looks like another love TK. Oh, okay, yeah, I know I can't sing. Anyway, but you gotta let it go. You gotta release it. That might mean journaling, writing it down in your journal, your gratitude guide, your gratitude journal, praying about it, meditating, or even talking it out with someone you trust. I meditate every morning. I pray every morning. I say 3 different prayers every morning. And inside of my third prayer, I ask for forgiveness for my sins seen and unseen. Because sometimes you can hurt somebody and not even know it. Sometimes you can offend somebody and not even know it. And then fourth, move forward. Move forward. Forgiveness is a process, not a one-time event. But every step forward is a step towards freedom. So think of your life like a car. If you spend all your time staring in the rearview mirror, what's going to happen? You're going to tear up something. You're going to crash. You're going to have an accident because the windshield is bigger than the rearview mirror for a reason. Why? Because where you're going is more important than where you've been. Yes, where you're going is more important than where you've been. That's fact. I ain't got to make that up. So here's your call to action. I want you to do something for yourself. I want you to think about one thing, just one thing. Think about this one thing. Um, think about the thing that you've been holding on to, holding against yourself or someone else. Write it down. Say it out loud. Acknowledge it. And then make the decision to let it go. Not for them, but for you. You know what I do? If y'all know I'm always holding up a piece of paper. I'll write it down. I'll ball it up. I'll write it down. I'll say it out loud. I'll ball it up and I set it on fire. And I'm done with it. Baby sis says you should have sung that song that with a little pop locking. If I pop something at this point, it's gonna lock for real. It's gonna take a doctor to unlock it. But you deserve peace. You do. You deserve joy. But you can't have those things if your hands are full of anger, regret, and guilt. You can't receive a blessing if your hands are already filled with anger, regret, and guilt. That's not how it works. So remember, forgiveness isn't weakness. But you can have those things if you want them. You can have forgiveness. It's not weakness, it's strength. It's not letting people off the hook. It's letting yourself off the hook so you can live. So you can live the life you were meant to live. So you can move forward without this weight on your back. So you can stop kicking your own ass. I speak from experience. But before I go, let me leave you with this. Every day you spend beating yourself up is a day you're not building yourself up. And you were put on this earth to strive, to thrive, and survive. Not just survive, but thrive. You were put on this earth to move forward and do great things and to inspire other people and to be mentors to other people. You were not put here to worry and ponder woulda, coulda, shoulda. So stop kicking your own ass. It's really that simple. You got to stop kicking your own ass, folks. Life's too short. You never know you don't know how much time you got. And you got too much greatness ahead of you to stay stuck in the past. You really do. But you got to allow yourself to get there. You got to allow yourself to move forward. You got to forgive yourself. You got to forgive others. Hell, you probably carrying a grudge against somebody that they don't even know that you're carrying the grudge. You're probably hating on somebody and they don't even know they're being hated on, nor do they care. The only person that's hurting is you. So let it go. You got to let it go. And that you're right. Life is too short. God bless you. Have a wonderful weekend. Have a wonderful week to you and to everybody. So that's my message tonight. Thank y'all for tuning in to Messages in the Madness. If this message resonated with you, share it with someone who might need to hear it. So until next time, take care of yourself. Love yourself. Love yourself. Take care of yourself. Love them kids. Respect our vets. I'm Vernon Longhorn Davis. Tonight, you're going to stop kicking your own ass and you're going to forgive yourself. But God loves you. I do too. Have a wonderful, marvelous week. And until next Sunday, hold on one second. We got a big one here. I can't think of anyone I'm holding a grudge against because I speak my piece when they got out of pocket with me or move on in silence. The Libra in me has no issues with moving on without any drama or ill will or ill feelings because life is simply too short to give someone that much power over your mind and mental peace. Maybe in my 30s, but when I hit these 50s, I'm on a whole different mental way. I'm on a whole different mental well-being journey. I'm gonna say amen twice to that. There you go, baby sis. There you go. No, you're right. No more speeding tickets missing that. You're right. Barbara says, thanks for another great message. I thank y'all for listening. So, again, I'm Vernon Longhorn Davis. This has been Messages in the Madness. God bless y'all. Until next week, $2.